This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 892, Personal Health and Fitness Through Goal Setting by Brian Tracy of briantracy.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your very own personal narrator. Welcome to a Tuesday edition of Optimal Health Daily. This is one of 5 podcasts where we read to you from blogs for free so that you don't have to read them yourself. Except on Fridays. That's where I usually answer your questions. To check out our other shows, just search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this. Now, for me, it's a huge honor to read from Brian Tracy. I'm a big fan of his. I've read some of his books. I love his approaches to goal setting. So again, it's a real honor to read something that he's published to you. Now, before we get to today's post, I want to continue my holiday tradition of giving you some holiday trivia. Now, Hanukkah is in just, 5 days now. So I've been doing a little bit of Hanukkah trivia to mix things up. So here's your trivia for today. What do the 4 letters on the dreidel stand for? What's their significance? Well, in English, it stands for a great miracle happened there, which is basically referring to the idea of how long the oil lasted, which is basically the foundation of the Hanukkah tradition. All right, with that, let's get to today's post and start optimizing your life. Personal Health and Fitness Through Goal Setting by Brian Tracy of briantracy.com. This is the greatest time in all of human history to be alive. There are more opportunities and possibilities for you to achieve great success in virtually any field that you enjoy than there have ever been since man first walked the earth. Goal setting is essential for your health. One of your supreme personal goals must be to live to be 80 or 90 years old, or even longer if you wish, so that you can enjoy the very most that life has to give for the very longest possible time. Your goal must be to enjoy excellent health throughout your lifetime, enjoying high levels of energy, vitality, freedom from pain, illness, and disease of any kind. Your goal should be to feel terrific about yourself most of the time, and the time to start is now. What is interesting about goals is that people will often set goals for themselves in the areas of money, career, weight, personal development, houses, cars, and clothes. But people very seldom set goals for exactly how long they want to live and what standard of health they want to enjoy throughout their lives. They sort of take the whole issue of health and longevity for granted. Nonetheless, when you think about it, it doesn't matter if you accomplish everything you could dream of in the material world, then die years younger than you really should. The good news is that most of the life-threatening diseases that kept the average lifespan to 52 years as recently as the year 1900 have been eliminated or brought under control. Today, longevity is very much a matter of choice. How long you live is largely up to you. Barring some unforeseen circumstances or medical problems, you can decide today to live a long and healthy life. There are tens of thousands of men and women today who have passed the magic 100-year mark, and their number is growing at an incredible rate. You should resolve to be one of them. According to the insurance companies, your life expectancy is 2/3 of the distance between your current age and the number 100. This means that if you are 40 years old today, 2/3 of the distance between your current age and 100 is 40 additional years. Your life expectancy would then be 80 years of age. Your goal must be to at least meet, if not beat, the averages. As it happens, very few people are well informed about health, nutrition, stress management, and long life. Even though the books, magazines, and newspapers are full of articles on the subject, only a small number of people keep up to date with what is happening with health and nutrition. The greatest breakthroughs in all of medical history have taken place in the last few decades in our understanding of how our system works and how you can operate your mind and body so that it performs like a well-oiled machine, decade after decade. Set personal goals for health and wellness. The starting point of health, energy, fitness, and long life is for you to sit down with a piece of paper and set a clear, written goal to live to be 80 or 90 years old. Write it in the present tense, something like this. I am 80 years of age, in superb health, fit, trim, flexible, and in full possession of all my faculties. I feel happy. I feel healthy. I feel terrific. With such a goal as this one, you then apply our goal-setting process to this objective and determine exactly how you are going to get from where you are today to where you want to be. You make a list of all the obstacles, both internal and external, that might interfere with you reaching a ripe old age. You make a list of all the additional knowledge, information, and skills, particularly those with regard to exercise and stretching, that you will need to acquire to reach your goal. Especially, you will have to become extremely knowledgeable about vitamins, minerals, fats, carbohydrates, proteins, and other nutrition essentials. You make a list of the people, groups, and organizations whose assistance you will require to achieve your goal. Especially, you will need to arrange regular medical checkups with qualified doctors who are capable today of detecting problems years before you actually begin to experience discomfort from them. Most people who die young from various diseases could have been saved if the diseases had been detected well enough in advance. You then take all of the ingredients necessary to achieve your goal and work them into a plan of action that you follow every day, every week, every month, and every year. You determine exactly how much you want to weigh, exactly what foods you will eat and not eat, what exercises you will do and how often you will do them, what medical checkups you will get and when you will get them, and every other part of your physical life. You may join a health club, a diet club, and sign up for regular checkups at a particular clinic. You may decide to change some of your health habits and begin doing more of some things and less of others. In any case, with a plan, you have a track to run on. And the more you follow your plan repeatedly, the more it is that you will develop all of the habits that will virtually assure that you'll have a long and happy life. You just listened to the post titled Personal Health and Fitness Through Goal Setting by Brian Tracy of BrianTracy.com. Dr. Neal here for my commentary. If you've listened to this show for any length of time, what you may know about me already is that I love when people write their goals down. And apparently, Brian Tracy agrees with me on this. Why is it important to write your goals down? Why can't we just keep them in our minds? Well, we're learning that when it comes to how the brain works, when you have to write something down, it makes it more concrete, which means it makes it more real to your brain. And so by writing something down, it's like you're making this thought real. It's like you can now touch that thought. You've written it down on a piece of paper. And that creates different kinds of connections in your brain. And researchers are finding that when this happens, the behavior is more likely to occur. We're even learning that when students are in school, if they have to take handwritten notes as opposed to typing their notes, they tend to learn better. And so the same can be applied to goal setting. And the beauty of Brian Tracy's approach is that you start to identify right now what your long-term goals are, but then you map out how you're going to get from point A, where you are right now, to that ultimate goal. And he helps you identify barriers, resources that you have right now. So now you have step-by-step instructions, basically, to how you're going to go about this. You've just created your own personal GPS from where you are now to optimal health and wellness. All right, that's it from me for today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a subscriber. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this show and Optimal Living Daily, the brother podcast of this one. Literally, I'm Dr. Neal's brother. If you like the format of this show, you'll love Optimal Living Daily too, where I also read to you from blogs, but cover other topics like personal development, finance, and minimalism from bloggers like Derek Sivers, The Minimalists, Zen Habits, and many more. So for more amazing content read to you for free, come subscribe to Optimal Living Daily too, and together we'll optimize your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Health Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode, and head to oldpodcast.com. That's oldpodcast.com for a free gift, as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.